I never thought betrayal could cut this deep. 15 years ago, my sister Sharon and my husband Keith ran off together. They didn't just leave me broken-hearted. They left behind Sharon's frail, sick little boy, barely clinging to life. I can still remember that night. Sharon shoved the child into my arms and said, "Do what you want with him. I can't deal with this anymore," and then she left, her hand locked in Keith's. I was crushed. My husband had betrayed me and my own sister had abandoned me. But when I looked down at that fragile boy, gasping softly in his sleep, I knew what I had to do. He wasn't mine, but at that moment, I decided he would be. The doctors said he might not make it. They told me caring for him would be a lifelong struggle, but I poured everything I had into him. My money, my time, my love. While Sharon and Keith lived their selfish lives, I spent sleepless nights at hospital bedsides, learned how to manage his treatments, and celebrated every small victory. And against all odds, he lived. 15 years later, Sharon and Keith came back into town. I hadn't seen them since the night they disappeared. They were older, colder, and full of arrogance. At a family gathering, they smirked at me across the table. Sharon laughed cruelly and asked, "So, how's that sick little boy we left you with? Or did he finally die like the doctors said he would?" Keith sneered and added, "You wasted your life raising someone else's problem." Bet he never made it past childhood. I wanted to slap them both. But instead, I just smiled and said, "Why don't you ask him yourself?" And right then, the room went quiet. Because from the doorway, a tall young man walked in, strong, healthy, and more handsome than either of them could have imagined. Their abandoned boy, my son. He looked directly at them and said, "Hello, Mother." "Hello." "Uncle." His voice was calm, but the disgust in his eyes was clear, their faces drained of color. They expected a ghost, a reminder of their shame. Instead, they saw a living, thriving man, the one they left to die. The priceless ending. Sharon stumbled for words. Keith looked like he'd swallowed poison. And all I felt was pride. Because while they were out chasing selfish desires, I raised a man of honor, strength, and heart. And when he walked over and hugged me, calling me Mom in front of them,